What's up, DC Nation? Welcome back to another video, and today we're covering Batman number 108. This is The Cowardly Lots, Part 3. And this issue is written by James Tynion IV and art by Jorge Jimenez. And guys, already you know the art is going to be great. But what about the story? Well, this is a big issue because we meet this new character, Miracle Molly. And we find out more about Peacekeeper 01, Simon Saint, Scarecrow, and the Unsanity Collective. So yeah guys, if you're ready, let's dive into this issue. Mayor Nakano speaks at Gotham City Hall. In times of trouble, the city has always turned its focus to heroes. But oftentimes we turn to the wrong heroes. All they bring is chaos and destruction. So today, I want to make certain we honor a real hero of Gotham City. A man whose quick thinking saved the lives of some of the only survivors of the Arkham attack. Today, Gotham City honors Sean Mahoney. Nakano says. The crowd cheers as Mahoney is let out in a wheelchair. Simon Saint and his assistant Ricardo watch. Scarecrow watches from the rooftops. Simon Saint has great plans for Mahoney. Saint runs up to Mahoney and introduces himself. I want to talk to you about the future, he says. Oracle watches the ceremony from the clock tower, but then she picks up on something on her cameras. Scarecrow is watching from afar. Why are you watching? What are you waiting for? Oracle to Batman. Come in. It's been 12 hours. Please, do you copy? We switch to Bruce, dressed as Matches Malone, knocked in the ground bleeding. He's in containment. Master Wise, his big, strong-armed assistant, talk. Master Wise knows that it isn't Matches Malone that has shown up. It's someone else. It's not a cop, though. This person knows how to get past his certain breaches that can mess with a regular person's mind. This person who is impersonating Matches Malone is someone else. Miracle Molly steps out of the shadows and thinks it doesn't matter if the man before them is a cop, a Fed, or a Superman. Master Wise still wants to give the man a chance. If he proves to mean our people harm, you know what I expect you to do. Master Wise says to Miracle Molly. Yeah, I do. Miracle Molly says. She leaves the room and heads into Bruce's containment cell. Miracle Molly tells Bruce to get up and cut out the act. She knows he isn't Matches Malone. Bruce ditches the mustache and puts on a Zorro mask. He follows Miracle Molly out on a rooftop. Now tell me the truth. Why are you here? She asks. I want to understand who you people are, Bruce says. Okay, that's I can work with. Hop on, Miracle Molly says, stepping on a flying drone. Bruce steps on and flies above Gotham City with her. We switch to Midtown. Simon Saint shows Sean Mahoney around his facility. Mahoney always wanted to be a cop, but Commissioner Gordon ruined that. Gordon fired Mahoney's father from the job. Mahoney couldn't get in, so he worked as a guard at Arkham Asylum. Mahoney wishes there wasn't costume freaks and better police. Simon Saint tells Mahoney that he's trying to create a new kind of officer, a sort of peacekeeper. Saint wants Mahoney to be his first officer in the program. I would join, but I lost an arm and a leg. I can't be a cop anymore, Mahoney says. Saint then tells his assistant, Ricardo, to show Mahoney his prosthetic. Ricardo takes off his shirt and shows his metal arm to Mahoney. Mahoney is shocked and excited. So, do you agree to be the first peacekeeper on my magistrate program? Peacekeeper 01, Saint says. Mahoney agrees. However painful the process is, he doesn't care. Mahoney's excited and he's ready to join in. Mahoney and Simon Saint shake hands. We switch to Miracle Molly, taking Bruce to an unfinished skyscraper, a place called Gotham 2, an outpost for the Insanity Collective. And you're happy living like a nomad in a city like this? Bruce asks. Miracle Molly tells Bruce Master Wise's philosophy. Molly smiles as she thinks about peace. That's when she comes across Squeak, a younger friend of hers. Molly takes Squeak and Bruce to her part of the outpost. Miracle Molly builds all the tech for the Insanity Collective. Squeak runs off after giving her ideas to Molly. Bruce looks at Molly's guns and her tech. So, first your boss wipes their memories. Then you build them dangerous technology to help them rob people, Bruce says. Miracle Molly and Bruce then go back and forth about Master Wise's philosophy. Bruce disagrees. He thinks what the Insanity Collective is doing is wrong, going after rich people and robbing them. Miracle Molly disagrees, and she immediately notices that Bruce comes from a rich background. Now, Molly walks Bruce to another rooftop so they can look out into the city. Molly thinks the world should embrace that technology can make people better. Molly can be the miracle in people's lives with her tech. The people of this city are scared, Batman, Miracle Molly says, looking back. You knew, Bruce says as a bat shadow shows above him. Do you ever think how much stronger you could be if you let your past go? Could that version of Batman actually save Gotham City? Miracle Molly asks. I don't know, Bruce says, looking away for a moment. Miracle Molly then looks back and tells Bruce to ask his questions. The Insanity Collective has been breaking its usual act. The Insanity Collective is now targeting the owners of media companies in Gotham. I don't think you did that on your own. I think someone hired you, Bruce says. Miracle Molly admits that someone did hire the Insanity Collective. The employer wanted to make Gotham City afraid. I need a name, Bruce says. Saints. Simon Saints. Miracle Molly says as we switch back to see Saints experimenting on Sean Mahoney. Sean Mahoney is being electrocuted and he is in pain. And that was Batman number 108. And guys, honestly, I found this issue kind of boring. Like, it's not a bad issue. We find out more about the Insanity Collective, we meet Miracle Molly, we see the transformation from Sean Mahoney to Peacekeeper 01 start to form, and yeah, that's about it. At the beginning of the issue, we see Oracle notice Scarecrow. I'm like, okay, so we're finally getting somewhere with the Scarecrow plot. May Scarecrow be more in this issue? Nope, that's all he shows up, so we're gonna have to wait on that for next issue. What we actually see this entire issue is Bruce, he meets Miracle Molly, and she takes him on this adventure through Gotham City, and she tries to convince Bruce how good Master Wise's philosophy is. Which, okay, I get all the whole philosophy and the motivations behind the Insanity Collective, it's explained well here, but I just don't really care. Because, okay, Master Wise, his motivations are fine, they're developed, but him as a character, not really. And the Insanity Collective as characters, not really at all, too. Where Miracle Molly, she's kind of developed here, but her character being introduced here, she's just kind of, like, I don't really get intrigued by her. And guys, this issue is really overwritten, in my opinion. Like, the ideas that are presented here, at times, are really good. Actually, one idea I'll bring up that I actually really liked in this issue was toward the end, where Miracle Molly, she says, oh, I know you're Batman. And we get Bruce being like, oh, you knew. And then Miracle Molly asks Bruce a question, or asks Batman a question. Basically, the question is, if you got your past removed, would you be a better Batman? And that's an interesting question, because if you think about it, okay, if Bruce didn't remember his past, if he didn't remember his parents being murdered and all the different trauma he's had to go through, would he be a better Batman? Would he go into fights, be more like, okay, I gotta take this villain down, maybe kill him, and save people's lives, instead of being like, oh, I have a connection to this villain, and they may mess with my mind. Or, on one hand, okay, that could help Batman if he got his past removed. But also, I feel like if you got Batman's past removed, then his motivation would be kind of gone. His war on crime wouldn't be his head. He would not remember anything. So why would he be Batman? Why would he be going on all these adventures? Not really adventures, just fighting villains and stuff, trying to save Gotham City. Why wouldn't he just go back to being a regular Gotham citizen? And even if he tried being Batman, would he still have like that resilience? Would he still have that fighting spirit and pretty much all the attributes that make him Batman? I don't think so. So I disagree with Miracle Molly about how, okay, if you remove Batman's past, he'd be a better Batman. But that's what I like about this part of this issue. It makes me think and go over this arguments. That was really the best part of the issue, like the best arguments. But it wasn't really like the big pushed arguments. The big pushed argument was about technology and how it can make like a better society, which I don't care about that argument. It's been done before and it's overwritten here, and I wish James Tynion pushed the more idea of if Batman got his memories taken away and if he didn't remember his past. I feel like that's way more interesting than this whole technology type argument. So yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on that part of the issue. Miracle Molly is a character. Her design is alright, but so far I'm not sold on her character. It's just another new character that James Tynion is introducing in this run that I kinda don't care about. But I hope this story picks up next issue, because now we got all this explanation out of the way. Maybe Miracle Molly will become a better character. Maybe the Insane Collective will be more, like, awesome. Maybe I'll like them more. But for now, I kind of find them boring and not really interesting. Now to the subplot of this issue with Simon Saint getting Sean Mahoney, convincing him to become Peacekeeper 01. I thought that was good. I thought it was paced well, but also predictable because we know where it goes. So it wasn't amazing, it was just like a good subplot, that's it. And then we have just a kind of boring main plots. So yeah guys, overall this issue, the writing wasn't up to par with the other issues. I wasn't really invested. Now, the artwork by Jorge Jimenez was still really good. Now, I don't think James Tynion gives Jorge Jimenez enough sequences or enough scenes to really showcase his great artwork, because this whole issue is basically just dialogue driven. So we get like one cool splash image. That's about it. But maybe that's just James Tynion be like, hey, I know you're a great artist, Jorge Jimenez, but let's wait on showcasing that, and at the end of this arc, then we'll showcase it. Maybe, but I just want Jorge Jimenez to be showcased better. Like, I like his artwork. But yeah, guys, overall, this issue was one of the weakest issues in this Batman run. For me, I just wasn't as invested. It wasn't a bad issue. The artwork was still solid. It's Jorge Jimenez, like you can't go wrong with him really. And then you got James Tynion, who he has some interesting concepts, but he's just dragging the story along right now, and he's overwriting certain parts that I'm not really intrigued about, and the parts that I am intrigued about, he's like going through them really fast. I'm like, come on, man. Give me what I want to see, like write more about the parts that I'm more invested in, and I'll like your story better. So yeah, I'm gonna give this issue a 6.5 out of 10. It misses the mark for me, and yeah, you guys tell me your thoughts on this issue down below. What do you think about it? Do you like this whole Insane Collective story? Do you think it's really intriguing? Are you invested? What do you think about Jorge Jimenez's artwork? And yeah, if you guys like the video, give a big thumbs up. New channel, make sure to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on my next Batman comic review. And yeah, thanks for watching, and peace out.